So we're here with Girls, Girls, Girls at the Bowery Ballroom, New York City. I'm going to ask the girls some questions. Do you guys see yourselves as role models at all?
Definitely. Some people say that. We do get messages and we meet people. We were just in Alaska and we all met a lot of the people who were coming to the show, and this one young woman came up and she's like, oh my God, I just love the band, I love the way you play, do you have any advice? And I said, Facebook me, it's too busy to talk, and gave her a little bit of advice about her guitar playing, and then she writes this beautiful article like, were her guitar idols, her music idols, that the whole experience just transcended anything she had seen the whole year, and just was like, yes, you are my music idols now. So people do fall in love with us sometimes.
I've met people who will say, oh, I have a young daughter, she's 6 years old, she loves playing the drums, she never sees any female drummers. I think it's so cool that you guys are all, really playing and rocking out, and especially because there just aren't as many female drummers out there, I think. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I think that some people do.
Also, another cool thing about what we do is that you would assume that most of our fans are guys that are hot after tits and ass or whatever. Bleep and bleep. But
He's giant.
we have equal amount of fans at the end of a show, equal amount of female and male fans. At the end of the show, there are just as many women who want their picture taken with us. And they're like, fuck yeah, this is awesome, thank you for doing this. And I've even had some bigger girls say, it's so good to see a thick woman on stage. I'm like, are you calling me thick? That's what I look like. I can take that. I can take that.
It's a compliment.
It's a compliment.
The bottom line is we really look at ourselves as a rock band still. We consider ourselves a rock band. So even though we're a tribute band, we're still rock band.
And we don't try that. We don't try to be anything. We just do what we do.
Right. We love it.
We don't try to emulate. We don't wear wigs, obviously. We just accidentally happen to become the character. In fact, I watched a bunch of videos.
Hair coloring.
It's an accident.
Total accident. Except for me, I'm a
We didn't
natural
plan
blonde.
that.
She's a natural blonde. Look at the drapes. Or that's the carpet. Wait. These are the drapes.
Right, he's the carpet.
You say drapes or curtains. Anyway, we don't try to emulate the band. It just happens that it kind of works out. That once I watched some videos, I started studying. I'm like, I don't have to do anything. I'm already doing all that shit because the music inspires me to be Vince Neil. It's weird. I had some of the same moves before I even saw that he did those moves. It's cool. It's really cool.
Can I follow on your role model question though? What Vixen was saying as far as the women fans, they really do. We are doing something that a lot of women don't feel like they can do. I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old at home tonight, and there's so many women that say, oh, I would love to do that, but I've got kids, I can't. And you absolutely can, it's not easy, but you can. And a lot of women are like, I would love to dress like this, because there's almost a reverse feminism where some women think that if you dress like this, this is the only thing selling the music. But we're playing the music and we're playing it well. And there's what's the crime in looking good while you're playing it?
So how did the band form?
I started the band. I'm Nikita Sace, the original bassist of the band. I was just a long-time fan of Motley Crue, but when I was young enough to really love them, I wasn't allowed to go to concerts. And so in 2005, when they did their reunion tour, I went and saw the Carnival of Sins tour, and it was just so amazing. It was everything I dreamed it would be. And there was one moment when they played Home Sweet Home. It was their first time at Madison Square Garden in probably 20 years or something. And the entire place sang the first verse of Home Sweet Home before Vince Neil even got to start. And it was just this amazing moment that moved me so much. And I was just like, I have to learn how to play bass. I have to start a band. And that's exactly what I did. And I met Tawny Lee at a rock camp for women that Meg Mars answered, looking for a loud, rude, aggressive female guitarist, and had a really sort of badass picture with our faces photoshopped on it. And I was about to give up. I was about to join this guy who looked like Vince Neil's tribute band, and then finally Mercedes answered, and we were just Tawny and I were both beginners, so we were kind of blown away by her skill and that we were lucky enough to have her.
But I was in love with them. I saw that picture and I went, I want to know who these chicks are. They look like fun. Hello, who are you?
Nice. So, what's the earliest childhood memories for you guys of Motley Crue?
My parents not letting me watch them.
Me too.
Being like, no, let's change the channel.
I grew up in Tennessee, and it was with Motley Crue and Poison and all that stuff. I don't have a specific. I don't know. I just all through high school and college. And
I grew up Mormon in Glenwood, Iowa.
Still is.
I wasn't. I'm not Mormon.
You are Mormon.
Not anymore. Not anymore, man. Yeah, not allowed to listen to heavy metal. And I remember seeing the Dr. Feelgood handkerchiefs on the back of people's denim jackets. And also Skid Row, because the popular girls called them, all of them, anyone who listened to heavy metal, the Skid Rows.
Do you know how many Motley Crue tribute bands there are out there?
Probably thousands.
We don't know, but I will say this. One thing that's very distinct about Girls, 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 we are friends with so many of the Motley Crue tribute bands throughout the world. We support each other, post each other's pictures, and we just don't have that competitive, like, blah, 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 blah. We consider ourselves part of not only the rock and roll family, but the Crue family.
Gotcha. And are there things about the performances, the musicianship, that you think make you guys stand out in particular amongst the bands?
Absolutely, we're women.
Not only that, but
We have vaginas.
we don't need to talk about our vaginas.
or the jungle.
Yes.
We do it our way. We don't try to look exactly like them.
And we don't need to speak for ourselves on how we're unique. Other people tell us. Other people tell us how unique we are, and we believe it. We just do what we do. We try to be as genuine as possible.
The main thing is that we love the music.
We have fun and just do what we can do. And the feedback we get is how we know that we're unique, because as people tell us, it's just a certain chemistry that we have. Very different people coming together and doing something that's super wrong
A true
for
Motley
women
Crue.
to do, and yeah, it is a Motley Crue.